Yes.
Is that a fish on the wall?
Left
Oh,
there.
I see it there.
Yeah, it is.
Let's find
Yeah.
out.
A
Go
red
ahead.
fish.
Oh, it's red.
Give it a
Oh
Oh,
gander.
my
yay.
gosh.
Looks like a low
Oh,
field.
big overhang there, yeah.
Okay.
Zoom in, please, Wayne.
Zoom in.
That's a funky looking fish.
That's a goosefish.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Goosefish.
He's a fat.
Sladenia.
Oh wow.
Is that different than a blob sculpin?
Oh, it is different.
Okay.
They're called chaunacops. And they have a little lure right in between their eyes there. That white is kind of like the little lure pocket with the lure tucked back inside it. They're so
It's
cute.
really cute.
I love it.
Nice.
Can we keep him as our
I don't even know if I
mascot?
can reach it.
Yeah. Maybe we just invite him kindly to jump into a slurp bucket to be our friend.
To be our friend.
We'll feed you cookies every day at 3 o'clock.
Oh, we'll feed you Oreo fish.
Yeah.
One more time.
We'll
Push in.
Stand by.
Okay.
Let's see how close I get. You can push it on
Cool.
Argus view, please.
Chaunacops chilling on a wall.
Just want to be able to see where what I'm doing there.
All right.
It's a real tight squeeze here.
Oh wow, he is tiny.
So cool. We don't actually collect fish on Nautilus samples. All of our samples are preserved unless we're working with a specific
Okay, go ahead,
science
Wayne.
team on board who are bringing, you know,
Moving.
Come at me, bro.
Oh, look at his logo!
Go.
No, get away.
No, no. Is that his
Full
voice?
wide.
That's his voice, yeah.
There he is.
Okay.
He's down there.
Bye!
Wait,
Down into the darkness.
this lure is glowing.
Is it?
Oh, I didn't.
I saw it sticking out.
I saw him flare it out.
Yeah. Okay.
Come back.
It's quite the little waddle.
Hey,
He
look
doesn't.
at me. Not
So
for the camera.
cool.
Got funky things on his
He's
back
turning
there
it just the
at
right
side.
speed to.
Yeah, they have these really funny, like, they almost look like pores.
Yeah.
He definitely doesn't want to swim vertically.
No, he's gonna run into the wall though. Watch this.
Yeah. Damn.
Mm. Aw.
Poor guy. Can you zoom in again? Yeah, he's gonna hang out here.
I think he knocked himself unconscious.
I meant to do
No,
that.
he's
Oh.
fine.
Poor little guy.
They are cute though.
They're really cool.
So I believe those are the operculum, the little gill openings behind the
Oh,
peg
yeah? I
fins.
don't know.
Can I come up? Oh, I can't come up.
I don't know about cute.
I'm going with cute.
I'm going
I
with
might
cute.
have to hand in a science, one science point for calling it cute, but worth it.
I'm negative science points, so.
That's an awesome
There we
anglerfish. I think
go.
they're really cool to see because they're not the anglerfish most people would think of.
Totally not.
They had
No,
to
they're-
draw
they're
one,
less
right?
scary.
These
Yeah.
little modified peg fins in
Mm-hmm.
front there, like little feet.
Mm-hmm.
What a lovely animal.
It's the strangest fish I've ever seen.
It is
He's
very
not really
graceful.
made for swimming.
No, they're definitely a lay in wait. They use
He obviously doesn't know how to
Startled
swim. He
off a
swam into
little.
a rock.
He needs a navigator.
He's just blinded.
Yeah,
Alright,
he's
come wide,
a
I'm
little
gonna
startled
circle
by a
around.
Okay,
giant
coming
robot
wide.
in his neighborhood, I expect. Or her neighborhood.
I gotta come up about 15 meters or so.
Bye.
Wow, that's a good way to end the shift.
No kidding.
Bridge nav. Another step.
That was awesome.
So that's the third strange red thing we've seen.
You guys wanted purple, must be disappointed.
No, they
wanted
got
purple
purple
this
in watch
morning, and we
one.
got all the
Yeah.
purple.
Check and check.
Was that this morning?
Yeah.
It was.
That was not. That was a different shift.
That was.
Wow.
Yes, Trevor.
That was like
Don't
2
don't
sleeps
you
ago.
remember that
It
your
was 2 sleeps ago.
your get to know you question this time was childhood ambitions?
Childhood ambitions. I don't remember answering that.
You said you didn't want to grow up.
Oh
Yeah, you said you wanted to grow up and be Peter Pan.
He said Peter Pan.
Yikes.
And Miles,
like
and Miles
4
wanted to
hours
be a
ago.
farmer astronaut.
Not even.
Yeah.
Huh.
And I didn't answer, but I wanted to be one of the girls in the James Bond movies because I didn't really know what that meant. But I was just like, they're super. I was like, they're super cool, and like, they always get to go on cool adventures. They drive cool cars, and they're awesome. Then I wanted to be a fighter pilot, which is kind of the same,
That's awesome.
but better. And then I wanted to be a marine biologist / fighter pilot. Because the only thing I knew how to do in the ocean was be a marine biologist, and little did I know all the ways I could have ended up here.
If only they could armor Hercules for you.
Yes, barrel rolls. We've spent a lot of blue water, Trevor and I, talking about what it would take to barrel roll Hercules. It would be a lot.
You'd have to really want it.
really exert a lot of force.
You would need some outside help.
You need software updates for sure. Meaning you'd have to get rid of the no barrel roll setting, which is pretty hard coded.
You could do it like those quadcopters where you press a special button and it does it for you.
Wow, what a concept. That'd be good.
Yeah, just leave it on the desk somewhere where people would bump into it a lot.
A big separate red button.
Ooh, what's that red thing?
Neat.
The one
Crinoid?
just below the lasers?
Yeah.
Wow. Is it the same as the other red things?
Yeah, it's a
Or is it different?
crinoid.
Oh.
That, I
Just
think
talkie
it's just
like
a
Crinoid.
larger one.
Yeah. Look at how thin that shelf is right there.
That's very breakable.
Yeah. Yikes.
Bet you can't break it.
Push in.
I knew you were gonna.
I'll try for science.
For science.
If that's helpful to you. for
Watch lead
understanding how-
requested it. Yeah.
No, no.
Hey,
No.
you know, like, who am I to say no? Just meeting the scientist's objectives.
How much weight can that platform take?
Oh, and we saw an oceanic white tip today from on deck, which was nuts.
It was around for over an hour, I think.
It was around for over 4 hours.
Wow.
We saw it at the end of the watch shift, and then the next
Wow.
watch team, when they came down, were like, "Has everybody seen this shark?" And like we're running around. So yeah. I mean, that is that is an animal that's on my bucket list to see. I'm so happy. It made my absolute day.
That's all the down you get. So you can do the middle blue button there, is ignore stops. And it just takes away all the software stops, but there's no way to unignore them later.
Okay.
If you want to, you can.
Good to know.
Other Argus pilots know about that feature already too. So. But then it means you definitely have to watch 5 every time you tip it.
Coming wide on Argus.
Thank you.
Is that a subtle way of saying that the software stops are there for him?
No, it means they've already been told about it. Looks like Bobby today.
Yep. It was Bobby this morning too.
Pardon me?
It was Bobby this morning too.
Yeah.
I guess means he's Argus.
Mm-hmm. He's also good at those checks.
Question from a viewer: do we fish on deck? Not when we are in marine protected areas. There have been times the crew, when as permitted by permission, or by governing agency, or whatever piece of water that we're in, have fish, but that's not a regular way that we get our stores. We bring the food we eat all on board during our port stops. And a lot of times we're working within national marine sanctuaries or here a marine national monument, so there are additional levels of restriction on what could be taken out of those waters. Even when we were working in other nations' waters, the process for getting permits for Nautilus even to map through the exclusive economic zones or the jurisdictions of other nations, when it seems like we're out here in the mid-ocean, there are many different jurisdictions that we're under. So conditional on those permits are a lot of details about the types of activities we can do, whether we can map, whether we can dive, if we can dive, what we can collect, what the rules are for those collections, and certainly, fishing and waste disposal are all conditional in those permits as well. So there's a lot of detail that goes into the activities and the planning of which activities we can do way in advance. Oh, I like this question. How many confirmed undocumented species have we discovered? There are several.
It's not a shrimp.
Yeah, a couple different terms
That
here
is.
that we need to define. Absolutely everything we saw on this dive, every single animal we saw is a range expansion, because there have been no dives conducted in this part of PRIM, of the Pacific Remote Islands Marine National Monument. So that's hundreds of different ones just in the last 24 hours that we've sort of added to the map here as far as what we know is here. As far as if the questions are meaning describing new species, that's a process that can take at the fastest a year or two. And in order to name a new species, you have to have actually collected a voucher specimen. So that is a smaller number of things that we'd have in the bio box. And then we're still working on things that it could be 10 years or 20 years before something is actually described, because you need the expert for that particular family, or sometimes even just genus, to get a hold of the sample and do the analysis that's needed. So our team doesn't actually do that taxonomic work. We don't have a taxonomist on staff. It's why we share our samples with international national repositories and international science teams, so that they can do multiple analyses, and we can answer lots of questions with our basic exploration. This is so cool. I'm so glad this is continuing on.
Trevor, we got 9 minutes. You want me push in on some random spot?
Random spot. Well, let's go up this ridge here.
Okay.
This little micro ridge, and see find something fun.
Okay.
I have a good feeling.
Okay.
And then at that point, we'll be back at the top for a handover.
Sounds good.
Amazing how abruptly all the corals stop. Just like that, they're all gone.
Yeah.
I mean, not totally, but almost totally.
Nope.
more of those sticks.
Yeah.
I need the iris there, Wayne.
I think they're
They look like
remnants of a coral that.
they look like remnants of sponge to
Yeah,
me. Like
or
a lot of
sponge,
sediment
yeah.
could
Yeah,
get
that could
stuck
be it.
within the spicules and
Go ahead and zoom, Wayne.
Okay, zooming in.
kind of get gunked up with sediment, sand. Yeah, sponge tubes. They almost look like antlers sitting
Yeah,
there.
totally. All right, come wide.
Coming wide.
Look at this. This is so cool.
It's so cool.
It's a good little nose here.
Actually, is that a coral?
Say again?
It is coral.
That nose
The
is
nose
a
is a-
coral. Just
Ship's holding station. Okay. Wayne, see this fluffy thing on the edge of the nose here?
yes.
Let's get a zoom on that.
Okay.
Might be a couple fluffy things.
Could.
So
It's
go
like
ahead.
a bunch of yeah.
It's a 3-pack.
3-pack Brisingeids.
Those the ones that jump off?
Sometimes.
They can. There are 20 species within the Brisingia group.
Which one's this?
I don't know. That's as far as my
Species
fun
4.
fact goes.
Species 4.
So cool. Looks like a great place to live. A little chilly for my tastes, but otherwise nice.
What's the yellowness on the rocks?
I don't know.
Glue.
Ah, yes. Oof, that's not very smooth. All right, come wide.
Coming wide. Okay.
Whole front row.
So thanks everybody for exploring with us. You're gonna hear the control van get quiet here as we get ready to hand over the watch. 12 to 4 team gonna carry you to the end of this dive, but we'll be diving for the next week plus throughout the Pacific Remote Islands Marine National Monument. So good morning if you're just joining us. Good night to the team here on the ship in Hawaii time, or to our watch here on the ship, and keep exploring with this next team as we continue this dive. All right. That would be tragic. Oh, get my stuff out of my pockets too. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning, Dr. Steve.
Good morning.
Good morning, Steve.
Don't jinx me. So as far as I know, the plan is still be on deck at 4 a.m. Is that correct? As far as you know?
Yeah.
That's what I hear according to rumor.
Okay.
According to the Board
We
of
are
Laws.
approaching waypoint 8. Whether or not we choose to go there is our own adventure. And there's a few more, as I zoom out here, a few more waypoints on the map. I can get rid of the contours if you want. 9 is just north of us. And 10 as well. I figure if we're shooting for that and we presume 15 meters a minute up, that's just over an hour and a half.
Okay.
Plus a little deck time, we should probably be considering off bottom at 2:15. Do you guys think 15 minute is a reasonable
That's reasonable.
guess?
Sometimes we might steam up at like 12 or too heavy.
Okay, so we could between, 2 and 2:15, something like that.
Yeah, for off bottom. I
Okay.
agree.
So we have a couple hours to play around and see what's here.
Okay.
All right. So the first thing I want to do, these waypoints, at least after the cone,
Sorry.
are not hard and fast. So whether or not we actually go through them
Okay.
is not a big deal. I'd like to drop down maybe 10 meters or so.
Okay.
Because before we came on watch, I saw some large communities under these small overhangs. And I wanted to take a closer look at some of the attached organisms inhabiting those overhangs.
Okay.
Coming down.
Sure thing. So you want us to kind of work around the slope some more?
Yeah, exactly. Working
Um,
around and dropping down 10 meters or so.
Sure thing.
As we go down, I might need to back off then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
swing
so-
Argus a little bit.
All right,
out
so
deeper.
I'll do a step 90. How's that sound?
Yep. 90 sounds good.
90, 20 meters. See what that does.
Yeah, sounds good. Stay away from the wall.
Bridge, nav. One step, 20 meters, bearing 090. Thank you.
So Steve, it might take us a minute to get set up, just so we get Argus in a good spot before
That's
we drop all the
okay.
way down.
Perfect. No rush. We want to get there in one piece.
2 pieces, I hope.
Because there's 2 of them.
I think you're all right. I'll stop before I hit the wall.
Roger. I'm just gonna hang out here for a minute, Dan.
1700.
Go,
Let's
go,
let's
guys.
just say we're at 1700 divided by 15 divided by 60. 1.8. Yeah.
It's a beautiful feature, though.
But Argus camera doesn't want to tilt down anymore.
Oh, you might have to cycle power to the tilt motor then. Sometimes it gets finicky. Or you can also say ignore stops. That might also work for you.
I'm kind of leaning towards 2 p.m. or 2 a.m. off bottom to be safe.
I think that sounds fair.
That's kind of
I don't know how.
because I think they want on deck at 4. And
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good to go. Go, go.
There we go. That move is just about complete.
Roger.
Should be finishing over momentarily. As far as I see here, it's going to be pretty fairly consistent slope down to a bottom of some kind. And at that bottom, a different slope.
Yeah, I watched them come up the wall for the last half hour. It was pretty consistent.
Yeah. It's been some beautiful shots, just with geology and interspersed bio.
Geology is cool. Biology is beautiful.
You're right. That's yeah, that's it. They saw, I think, a Dumbo octopus earlier. Saw it in Herc, and then later it visited in Argus.
Coming down. What was that strange-looking fish that swam like a, kind of like a duck?
Is this a riddle?
Did you see the fish earlier?
No, I didn't. No.
So it had some weird pecks that like were more flappers, and then its tail would stick straight up like a dog.
What? Do you have any notes about that back there, Steve?
Are you talking about the red one?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
anglerfish. It was a kind of anglerfish.
Yeah, it looked like a type of anglerfish.
Oh, really?
Possibly in the genus Chaunacops. It is one that has been seen at these depths, but I'll
Like a
let the
fang
fish
tooth or
biologist
something?
make a finer identification than that. But we got some good imagery of it, so I feel like we
Well,
did a
I
good
can't
job.
pull up that imagery.
Wonder how long it will take him
I'll
to
find it
regain
later.
his night vision, if he has any.
All right.
Couple months, not too bad.
Couple
Hey, video,
months.
are we zoomed out all the way on Argus right now?
We should be.
Okay.
Yeah,
Making sure.
all the way.
And
Dan, you want to hold off there just as we drift backwards?
Copy.
Avoid the...
We're 20 meters off the wall. I could move the boat a little bit if you want.
yeah, what's your intent, Steve? Still going down a little bit more, or
Yeah,
keep
I would
backing
like
off?
to keep going down a little bit more.
Another step 20 off the wall.
Sure.
Yeah, be nice.
Bridge nav.
So these small white fans protruding from the rock here just below the lasers, those are one I want to take a closer look
One
at.
more step, please. Thank you. Yeah, you're right. There's a lot more seemingly down here.
So either to the left or underneath the lasers, whichever one is easier to get to.
Sure.
I want to figure out what these are.
Let's keep an eye on how he swings.
What's that?
So we'll just keep an eye on how he swing here.
Keeping an eye on you. You seem nervous.
Yeah, we got 20
I know
meter.
after earlier today. saying
What's that? What are you all nervous about? So we touch Argus on the rocks one time. I never
You
touched.
do it one time, and all of a sudden,
Let's monitor the ship.
I
Alright.
didn't see it actually touch. I think it just breathed.
it just breathed.
All right, Steve. So what do you wanna take a look at?
So the white fan-looking structures to the left or to the bottom. I saw a bunch in high density.
Okay.
Maybe the ones to the left, since they're just center screen now with the lasers.
The ones at eye level here.
Yep.
Okay. You can go have a look.
What you should be worried about is I'm ignoring the stops on Argus.
Yeah.
Danger, danger.
Danger zone.
Kind of any of these
Right.
white fan structures.
Sure thing.
Am I going to be ended up pulling you off too far away?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think you'll be all right, Journey.
Because you got plenty of drop down and.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I see.
Am I okay to drop down now?
Yeah, go ahead.
So we're still outside of the 20-meter circle there.
Yeah, it should be good and moving further.
Sorry guys, I'm just playing with my Z-bias right now.
It kind of looks like this whole wall is in grayscale.
Kind of does, doesn't it? Alright, let's put it.
What's he got left on the move, Rennie?
Just a few more meters, but I don't think we've felt that second move yet. Or maybe we did a little bit.
Yes. These little squigglies are him moving along, aren't they?
Looks like it, yeah.
The gray? Yeah, yeah. In low current, low winds, sometimes that's kind of the way things go. Seems to have more trouble in that than if we're in high current, high winds, and everything's a bit more straightforward. It ends up compensating for its own forces rather than
there's
the
like
wind and current.
nothing to lean against.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so it overcompensates all the time.
All right, Steve. Sorry for the delay.
It's fighting Argus a little bit, but not bad.
Yeah.
Are you feeling it?
Yeah, feeling the tugs.
Feeling the tug? I can spin around if you want.
I think it's my fault. I just moved away too far in the wrong.
Yeah, go ahead and spin around a little bit. Okay,
Copy.
Video, you want to come in a little bit on Herc? We'll just kind of fly by this video.
I'll just knock auto heading off. It'll give you what you need to do your thing.
Yep, sounds good. Video, please push in on Herc. That's good.
Okay. So it is the family that well, I suspected it was a type of Chrysogorgia octocoral, so belonging to the golden corals, and I think I'm correct there.
Sorry guys, this is pretty rough.
Yeah. Understandably, there's
maybe there's some below us, and we can.
Yeah.
Sorry, what's that? Yes.
Yeah, I'm getting a good tug.
Come down. Come down a bit more if you want.
Yeah, go ahead and come down a little bit.
Do you want to bump the ship back?
Yeah.
Depends on where we're going. If we see these communities a little farther down, I think that'll push you more towards Argus.
Yeah, I'll come a little bit more left, and that'll give me more slack.
Left?
Ah, right. Nice.
So
rights and lefts are.
I'm gonna tell you something crazy, and you tell me what you think.
That's never a good phrase.
Yeah. I'm really interested about what these are, and they're super abundant. Do you think we can slurp one of them? I think that grabbing it might be the more difficult route. Do you think it's slurpable if we kind of scrape the rock along the base and have it go up the slurp tube?
I mean, we can also grab it with the manip too. Put it in the forward. If there is space.
Is there another float? There's another floaty bit in there.
Oh, there's another floaty bit.
Well, not two. It's another coral.
Yeah, we already have in A, we have a rock and a coral, and then in B, we already have a rock too.
Okay. So go for the slurp. Put the slurp in the manip.
Yeah. There's probably a thin one.
Yeah, okay, let's do that.
And if possible, if we have one for the brittle star, that's a twofer.
Yeah. Okay, sorry, I was going to get a little bit pulled off the wall.
All right, I'm going to go do 10 meters back.
Yeah, sounds good.
Or do you want 15?
10 meters sounds good. We'll start at 10.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll bring us pretty close.
Let's do 10 meters, 270.
Want to get set up?
Yeah.
I'll slurp. You poke.
I'll keep an eye on the
Slurp poke.
on the Argus Mezzo.
Sure.
Yeah,
And then we should be able to flip around once we get a little more.
I'm watching it all the time too.
Great.
In theory.
I'm not really partial to any one colony, so if there's a better place on this, you know, up or down a few meters that you want to go for it.
I'm full rack back right now.
What's that?
Full rack back.
Well, that's a wide jaw. So I have to adjust this thing. I'm spastic with it like this.
Nice.
Even more spastic than usual.
No worries.
So what I was on about the other day, I keep it tucked in like this.
Oh.
And rest my arm here.
Interesting.
Unless I'm doing a gross movement like this. But I wonder what grip force is set. Stand by, sorry. Grip force 9, good. Okay.
All right, good.
You get close, I'll... Oh yeah, how do I turn the slipper on? And what jar are we on?
Yeah, so...
Herc hydraulics.
3 is the only slurp that's been used so far.
Roger. So we should be on the clean out jar?
Yes.
Yeah, we should be on flush. So we'll do 10, flush it out first.
Right.
So you can see in flush, now you're flushing the tube. All right, zeroing that. Yeah, so it's only T2 is the valve we're gonna get, or is the
Roger.
spare valve.
I get it. So I'm gonna move the jars now.
Go ahead.
Ready? Forward or reverse?
Up to you. You said only one slurp's been done so far? Science?
Yes.
Okay, and what jar was that?
That was in 3.
That was in 3. Any preference on the mesh size for this?
Standard.
So jar 1 looks good then?
Jar 1 looks good.
Okay.
What's your guess for suction?
We can do probably about, try at 60 and go up to 80 go up to 100 if we want to.
Engaging suction, 80%.
Roger.
Ooh, 90%. A little too clicky there. Okay, your mission to provide a stable platform.
If you choose to accept it.
My mission to push you off the wall and send you in a 360 spinning.
Yeah.
We now have a 12 function machine, 12 degrees of freedom.
Huh.
Argus still looks good.
Emily, if it's all right with Jess, you can zoom in a little bit. You okay with that, Jess?
Stand by one.
Yeah, any work to the right seems to be giving you a little more leash. Just looking at Argus's butt cam there.
Yeah.
You can also nudge your port side in if you want.
Yeah, and just safeguarding, babying that camera. I'll go right here.
I would use that GoPro as a rest personally.
That's a new chrono we haven't seen before. At least I haven't.
Yeah, that one is.
Dan, would you mind moving the
We actually know a fair bit about that one.
of
That
Mongo
one's called
a little bit out of the way?
Yeah,
Proisocrinus ruberimus.
Just
keep
off the
that
top of your
disabled.
head.
Yeah,
Steve?
yeah.
Yeah.
It was in my flashcards last night. That's how I knew.
Right there.
Yeah.
sorry,
You gotta
looking
practice
for the
for
button.
those, that
Stand by.
PhD defense.
Yeah, you can wrist right.
Yeah, looking for the button.
Oh, sorry.
Not sure that does you any good.
Yeah, we'll just kind of move it in so that if anything, it'll hit the elbow.
Oh, you're gonna aim for the port corner?
Well, just in case, because these have little jettisoning rocks, and I'd
Swinging right.
that'll be good, I think.
I'm gonna bring the craft back in too, so just in case you get Western with it.
I love that expression.
Getting Western. Cowboy.
Or worried about bashing the craft, and
Yeah.
tends to vent the azimuth. I can try and spin around with Argus too if you want a shot of yourself.
Sure.
You spoiled two-body ROV people.
Sorry.
I'd say, judging by bubble cam, you got to bring your head quite a bit to the left, if you want to perch on your left side.
Yeah.
Judging by that in your sonar. I mean, sorry, to the right. Look to the north.
Yeah, I'm turning my head this way to the
Yeah.
right.
Starboard turn.
So I'm getting a lot of resistance right now, though, which is a difficulty.
Yeah, the farther down you go, the more the resistance you'll receive, I think.
Yeah, so I'm going to take auto head off again on Argus and give you your, or look away from you, give you that, what you need.
Yeah. Well, we'll just try it out, and then you can shove me off the wall. I'll come back and reacquire it.
It doesn't have to be pretty, because I can scrape anywhere.
All right. I'll try to hold around here and just scrape around, I think. No, it's too.
No, you're moving all over the place.
Yeah.
You need to bring your head right about, if you're looking right to the north, and then just push into it, something like that. You're
Ryan, you want to keep an eye on Argus's sonar there?
Yeah, watching it all the time.
Argus sonar is fine. We're 30 meters out.
Okay.
Basically just ram the wall, Jess. Beautiful.
Ryan, you want to do me a favor and press stick lock for me?
Ready?
Oh, I would hold it if I was you.
Oh, wait, never mind.
Okay. It's going to be dynamic.
Dynamic
You can
position.
do it. Yeah. Just lean into it a little on your joystick. If you stick lock it, it's just going to smear.
True.
We're not going to be here that long anyways.
So mesocam is protected by this crevice.
Are you good?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I get some zoom in? You happy with zoom?
Go ahead. Video. That's good video.
Jeez, way out there.
Alright, looks like we got some in the tube.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and just scrape him off there.
Yep. And now we
Nice.
watch
Nice.
the tube.
You want more, or is that enough?
Let's see how much we get. Yeah, why don't we try for a little bit more?
Can do.
Just so we...
Trying not to push Jess off. Now I'm pushing her. Sorry.
You good?
Oh, that's the craft driving a minute. Or the craft driving.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You good?
I'm not, I pushed you off. I'm
Oh,
back. I'm
angry.
gonna back away so you get stable again.
Okay, video, come wide, please.
Should we increase suction to make sure we see that in the tube?
Can do.
Yeah, have you guys? Yeah, it's not up there yet.
I can find the button. Increasing 90, 100%.
Ooh, full jam.
Full jam.
Backing off to 90. You see it in the jar yet?
No, haven't
No,
seen
not
it.
yet.
Really?
There's a bumpy landing here, guys.
That's all right.
Crash pad.
My tube is stuck.
The retraction, you mean?
There it goes. Retraction failure.
It's not good. Not what you want.
Maybe I pulled it too far out.
Yeah, maybe.
Still nothing in the jar, eh?
I haven't
Or did
seen
it come in and stick on the...
It's possible. We could
Let me
try
turn
to
it off for a second,
cycle it.
see if anything falls down.
Go ahead.
I see nothing.
Go ahead and have a look in bubble cam at the base of that, at the base of the slurp there.
Preset what?
There's no preset for it. If you basically look where the hose is coming out,
I
the
gotta
vehicle,
oh, yeah.
we can see if it detached, because there is a danger zone that we have taped on it.
I don't
Forgot to
think I
mention
exceeded the danger zone.
Yeah, go ahead and rotate a little bit more to the left or to the right on bubble cam.
Yeah, it's back in. And it's still attached.
Interesting.
Should we turn the suction back on, see if it's stuck in there somewhere?
Yeah, roger.
Didn't look like it was too big to clog the hose, but it does have some travel to go. Seeing some little eddies in
Looks
there.
like there's a
going
little
around.
bit of current in there.
Yeah,
Maybe it's just jammed in the hose somewhere.
could be.
Try and straighten the hose out here.
Do you think we can slurp up something that's a little bit harder and heavier, and then see if we can kind of shove it in?
It might be caught right there where I have it crooked.
Maybe. I fell off there. Sorry, falling off.
You can land again if you want.
Yeah.
Maybe it just didn't go in. You can try another piece. Are you landed somewhere?
Yeah.
Kind of, sort of?
Kind of, sort of. See if it has enough hose for you. If not, we can...
Yeah, if I get a closer one here. Those are the same thing down in front of us, are they, Steve?
Yeah, they are.
Right
Yep.
down here.
Yep.
You want to zoom in a bit there?
Go ahead, video. Hold that. Dan, you wanna
I got it.
I can see.
This
jumble
one?
down? Yeah.
Is it set on the camera right now?
I can see. I
Wrong
can
one.
see. You're
Oh,
fine.
sorry.
Sorry.
You want
Oh, this guy, yeah.
Yeah, pop it down. That's good.
Sorry. What was I rocker tray in there?
Rocker tray.
That
I'm at,
little rocker switch. I
yeah,
hit
that's
that.
about as far as I want to go out. So
Yeah.
you're gonna have to get closer.
Roger. Video come wide, please.
You want me to bump it up again?
You good.
Closer, Jess. Closer.
Get closer.
If you're touching, it's too close. It's a bit of a hole there if you come up a bit or you're on the
Yeah.
shear face. We'll have to yank the hose off the vehicle.
I think my brow bar is touching though, which is why I can't go forward anymore.
Seems like it. Your brow's up.
Ooh. Maybe try bringing your head to the left a little. We'll bring the 7 closer.
Yeah. Alright. I think my brow bar won't let me go any farther.
Yeah, I'll try that. Wrist creep.
You want some video zoom there, Dan?
Sure.
Video push in, please. Okay, that's good.
Got a little piece of it there. See if anything goes in.
I feel like our hose is going to be filled with lovely corals.
Still a sample. That still counts. Data back in the back row.
Are those buckets definitely lined up? I don't see any currents inside there.
I see it swirling around, so I don't
I
know.
see a tiny piece now in there. You see
Yeah.
that now on the bottom? So I think it's just jammed up somewhere
Hmm.
in the hoose.
You try, I'm going to try retracting the hose, so maybe that'll relax the...
Sure. We can try a different bucket too if you'd like. Steve.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I have too much.
I wish there was something that I could ask to sample nearby that would kind of dislodge it potentially. In the upper right-hand corner, I was looking, there was a red puffball mushroom coral. Maybe that might dislodge. It's a little bit more dense.
So I'm going to rotate yours.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay.
Let's see how this goes.
It's not rotating. Maybe.
I see a fish.
There it is.
There you go.
So is that lined up?
That looks lined up to
That
me.
looks lined up to me.
Yeah. Your headings come a bit around. You're probably scraping niskins now.
So that was
Yeah.
jar 7, and this is jar 6. That's what I'm seeing in the
appears
number.
to be.
So you catch that data?
Oh, was that, did we not put it in jar 1? We put it
I
in
think
7?
it was 7, and now we're on 6. Because do you see 5 there in the right side of the screen?
Oh, okay.
That's what I think. What do you think?
I can't see it from here. It's really small.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see 5.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that means
So
7
we-
and 7 is the last one, and 6 is the current one that we're going to
Okay.
try to.
Happy to try again?
Yeah, one more try, and then at least we know we probably have some material somewhere in the line. It's better than nothing.
Wouldn't be the first time to have a hose sample.
Can you see about going towards that one with the 2 brittle stars on it to the right of the lasers? The pink brittle stars on that
Yeah, let me get out there
colony.
and see if I got the to the right of the lasers. Up, forward.
To the right.
It's
To the right.
Due east.
Directly behind the nozzle.
right there
That
now.
guy?
Yeah.
Yep. Might have a little bit more mass too. To
That wrist creep is really annoying.
Yeah.
I think that's the danger mark there, isn't it? Coming
Yeah.
out and bubbling
Yeah,
out.
that's the danger mark. Yep.
I'll come
Wanna
around a
scoot
little
up?
bit more.
Yeah, bring your head around. Stick it right in the middle of the camera, just. Prime video zoom area.
Video, come wide, please.
Okay. Wrist creep is getting worse.
Yeah. So are you saying earlier? That's why we have bumpers?
Yeah, I just gently go in until the ROV stops moving and then push a little harder on the sticks and you'll stop bouncing around. The less bouncing, the less scratches you'll have on it.
Yeah. Try that.
Okay. You want to zoom a bit, Emily?